Good morning and welcome to the Porch broadcast this morning. As you guys know, we started a couple of weeks ago now on a carnivore diet, and I told you guys we'd keep you posted on how this is going and everything. And so this is week two, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about what we've been experiencing and how it's working and that sort of thing. Now, I'm going to be reading some notes this morning because I want to really do a good job of giving you guys the feedback uh, that if you decide you're going to do this, it might help you. And that's the whole purpose of our broadcast, is just helping people. Now, so if I read it, I won't be as probably smooth as I might would like to be, but I'll do you the best I can. One of the things that I decided whenever we started this carnivore diet and then sharing this journey with you is that I was going to be brutally honest about my experiences, not paint it to be something that it's not, or not look at it either in an overly positive light or an overly negative light, but to balance the thing with truth so that people will know the truth. Now, not to say that other people that do videos on this are not doing that. This is just going to be our approach to it. So, week two, and I want to share with you, first of all, the reasons why that I actually went on this carnivore diet. Now, I quickly say this. Last week, my wife decided to go on it with me, and it wasn't that I was trying to get her to or anything. She just was listening to the same material and research that I was listening to because I was doing it in the living room of the house. And as she listened to the positive reports on it, she decided it might work for her. So she said, "I'm going to join you in this," which is great because it makes the way we stock food in the house and cook a little bit easier if we're not having to cook for two different types of diet. Okay, right quick, I'm going to give you, I think it's 8 reasons why that I went on the carnivore diet. And I'm going to go ahead and read those off to you because I can't remember them if I don't. So just hang on. And I touched a little bit on this on week one, but I'm going to go over it again. The expense of the medication that I was taking for the type 2 diabetes went from about $80, $90 a month to somewhere around $500 a month. And that's just too much. Uh, I need to get my blood sugar under control. That's reason number two. My blood sugar was running anywhere from 2 to 300. I have seen it up as high as 400. That's not good, but that's just where it was running. Now, number three, the medication that I was taking was just so harsh; it was hurting my stomach a lot. I was in a lot of uh, discomfort, I might say, and quality of life goes down when you do that. Now, number four is I had a lot of aches and pains. Now, I'm old. I suppose I'm supposed to have a few, but I think I had a lot more than I was supposed to have. So, a lot of aches and pains. And I noticed that mind fog was getting worse and worse as time went on. So, one of the claims of this diet is mind fog goes away. We'll see. Uh, I wasn't sleeping good at night. Of course, when you're in physical pain, you don't sleep good at night, and I'm overweight. So anyway, there's that. Now the next one, let's see, I believe that is six. Uh, I got tired in about half the time. Now 2 years ago, I was doing about twice as much work as I'm able to do today. So I could tell that my physical strength was not what I'd like for it to be. So I got tired about half the time. Number seven, uh, I was overweight. When I started this thing, I weighed about 270. And so, I really would like to get down to 220 is my goal weight, but if I hit that and it works good, I may go ahead and get down to about 200. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Now, let me tell you about the upsides of this diet so far, okay? And I haven't been on it long enough to give a lot of information. I'm just giving you week by week reports. One of the upsides of it is that since I've been on the diet, I've lost 4 pounds, 2 pounds a week. So that's an upside, and that's telling me that I'm at least headed in the right direction. But here's the one that I really like, and it's very important to me health wise. As I said, my blood sugar was running up probably an average of about 300. I checked it yesterday, I believe it was. It might have been the day before, but at any rate, it was 105. So we've dropped nearly 200 points off of our blood sugar, which is good. I'm noticing I'm starting to sleep better, and so that's a good one right there. I'm still not sleeping real good, but I'm sleeping better than I was. Now there is a downside to this diet. I got really weak, and up until about a day ago, uh, I was not doing very good. I was super weak, just couldn't seem to get it together and get going. I began to wonder about it. I did go through a case of what they call the keto flu for about 3 days there, and you get this what they call keto flu when you do keto diet or the carnivore diet. You do that, and it's withdrawal symptoms and from changing the diet. I got really disoriented during that time, and so there is some side effects to this thing. Uh, I, I I would say that at this point, I, I, I think it's working, and I'm really well pleased with it. 2 pounds a week, that's really good. Now, let me say this because I want to be just honest with you. Have I been on it 100%? And the answer to that is no. No. Week one, toward the end of the week, I got just so weak I just couldn't seem like I could go anywhere. I was outside working and just felt terrible. And I texted my wife. She was in town, told her to go by and get me a hamburger, and she did. And I ate it, and I did feel better. But now I will tell you this: about 2 hours after I ate it, I got to feeling sick again, and I think it was just the transitioning. In other words, the hamburger had a negative effect on me, though it did have a positive effect. The next day, I had a little more energy. But I did that. That was week one. Now, week two, my wife and I, we were sitting around the house Sunday. And now, usually on Saturday night, we have a tradition. We go out and we have a meal and just enjoy each other's company and that sort of thing, eat whatever we want to eat. But because we're on this keto, or not keto, but the carnivore diet, we didn't do that. So by Sunday, we were dealing with some mental aggravations of it, as we've given up our Saturday night eating out. Well, we sat and talked about that, and I said, well, let's go ahead and go out and eat us a meal. Try to watch what we eat, but go out and eat a meal and enjoy company. I'm not real sure I'm ready to give up a tradition that's uh, that important to our personal relationship. So anyway, we went out and we ate. Now we didn't get a bunch of goofy, crazy stuff. We tried to stay as close to the carnivore diet as we could within reason. Now, when you eat out like that, you don't the choices narrow down quite a bit. You end up getting some carbs in it, and that's all right. Now, I'm going to tell you something I really rather I didn't have to tell you, but being honest, I got to tell you something. We also have a tradition after we eat, we go by a little ice cream shop here in town. They make the best ice cream, I think, in the world. And so we go by and have ice cream. That's part of our tradition. Well, I wasn't ready. I'm not ready yet to give up that tradition. So I went ahead and went by, and we had ice cream, but now we did do something right. We did make at least a better choice partly. One and I ordered a small ice cream instead of a medium. And it was really good. And I expected the sugar in it might even make me sick, but it really didn't. But I didn't eat very much either, so that's probably the reason why. I couldn't tell any negative effects on me, and it was that was on Sunday, and I think it was Monday when I measured my weight and my sugar and everything. So it didn't have such a negative effect that it was catastrophic. So having said that, we're going to continue in this way. Now, if we need to later on change that tradition and replace it with something else, we might. But I'm not willing to give up some traditions that are very important to me yet. Now, another thing I want to tell you guys is I haven't given up my coffee. A lot of people give up coffee. A lot of people just really go way out on this, and they seem to have good results. So I guess maybe it's worth it. But that's just not who Wanda and I are. We like to move into things slow, methodical, and reasonable. Okay, so to put it in a nutshell, I guess the best way for me to say it is this right here: the carnivore diet at this time now, 2 weeks in here, at this time, I'm going to say it's working. And it seems to be working maybe better than I anticipated, but it is working. I'm hoping to get rid of some of the health issues, and that's at least one part of the reason I'm doing it. But having said that, I want to let you guys know that we love you. We hope that sharing our lives with you and the experiences we have will help you in some way. And if it will, well, that would be just wonderful. So I'm going to close out. But before I close out, I want to say something. Now, I'm here in my new studio. You see that curtain behind me? My wife made that, and I'm kind of proud of that. And I keep seeing it in the video here, and I just want to show that to you guys and say, isn't that pretty? And the cedar walls and stuff. I'll tell you a little more about that in another video. But having said all that, I guess I better shut up. Go ahead and close this video out. All right, you guys have a blessed day. Thank you.